Believe it or not, guys, I am under the weather again this week. But if you have a kid, then you already know. Once they come down with the sickness, you've got about 2.5 business days before it is delivered to you as well. Okay, so here we are, not operating at 100% for the second week in a row. I'm used to it by now. I really am. On top of that, summer school officially ended last week. So he's at home for the next 2 weeks until school starts again in the fall. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses, but it just seems like whenever, I get into a groove, I get into a flow, I'm feeling good, I'm getting sales, you know what I mean? Life comes at you hard. So with all that's going on, I did have to slow down again this week. I even considered not releasing the video. But part of my self-edit is learning how to work with my real life, not against it. And like I said in week 1, so I want to commit to coming on here every week, even if it's only for like 2 seconds, just to be like, hey y'all, bye y'all, just so I can be my own accountability buddy. See, y'all living here with something every week, okay? It may not be of the same caliber and quality, but I committed to showing up every week, and that is what I'm gonna do. So instead of skipping this week completely, I am focusing on a money-making project that hopefully won't require too much of me, hopefully. Now, before we get into the project, I do have a quick update for you guys, okay? After last week, we had one more booked consultation, right? So the tally right now is 2 booked consultations. I now have not 1, but 2 sales of my ebook, y'all. If you follow me on TikTok, you know I have not posted anything. So I know that those 2 sales came from my community here on YouTube. So if those 2 people that purchased are watching, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you find value in that ebook. So yeah, we are, so how you telling me to shush? Okay, so turn your volume down for me, please. I'm rewatching Corey Carlson. So I'm choosing to focus on the positive this week. We are making upward progression, and that's really all that matters, okay? And I just know that when I actually get back to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, things are gonna take off. They're gonna take off. I think part of my hesitation right now is that I don't wanna lean too far into tech reviews, how-tos, because then my page and my brand becomes really transactional in the sense that people are coming to me just to, gather information about a camera or, settings and things like that, but they're not interested in me. And that may give me quick growth in sales immediately, but I think that after a while, if people aren't coming to you because they like you, it starts to taper off or the work becomes a little bit unfulfilling, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to find the balance here. But me not posting anything is not accomplishing anything, okay? Now that is out of the way and we've celebrated my wins, it is now time to get back to the project that I was talking about. So if you remember in my first ever self-edit video, I mentioned that one of the ways that I want to increase my income in order to fund my dream home is by doing a lot more UGC. If you're not familiar with UGC, it stands for user-generated content, and it's a really good way to work with brands, make money, and a lot of times you don't have to post this content on your own page. I mentioned before, I work with many brands creating UGC. It's actually how I really got my start in paid influencing and paid content creation, UGC. So this week I am working on a UGC campaign for Best Buy. It's featuring, hold on. Hold on. Mommy needs to record something with it. Hold on. Territorial much? Hold on. I'm working on a UGC campaign with this kids game right here. Okay, here you go. You can have it back. Bye. Hope you guys got a good look at it because apparently it's not mine anymore. Anyway, I'm working on a UGC campaign with that. It's like a kids video game system, and I want to film it in his bedroom, but his bedroom currently looks like this. Yeah, it's bad. It's very bad. And if you followed me from my previous 6 months journey, then you know that part of my goal is to redecorate each room in this house. So I figured this week is a great opportunity to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Am I using that right? Yeah, I think so. So update my son's room, and also I can take you guys behind the scenes as I film some UGC content in case anyone else out there is interested in making more income and you want to see what goes on behind the scenes. So that is my goal for today, y'all. Now, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna be with me being under the weather and my son being home and all the things happening, but I'm gonna try it because like I said, I wanna show up every week. So let's talk about my vision for his room. I have been really obsessed with all things vintage, like vintage me up. I am a recovering neutralholic. By that I mean I am obsessed with all things neutral. At least that has been me up until this point. But I think I'm ready to dibble and dabble in some color, y'all, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but bring on the color. Bring it on, baby, bring it on. Nothing too wild though, you know, we're not trying to ride the reading rainbow of color up in here, okay? Because that sometimes doesn't end well. Now the look I'm going for is something like this. So a solid color on the bottom and then those really thin stripes on the top. Now the easy route will be to get some wallpaper, okay? But OJ doesn't take the easy route. No, we are going to paint these strips ourselves. I might regret that decision, but that's the game plan, okay? I just know that picking a color is going to be stressful. It's gonna be stressful because there's like 5 million different shades of blue. There's even 5 million different shades of white. You would think white is white, but no. White is not white. It's white yellow, white gray, white blue, white. So the first thing I did was I hit up ChatGPT to help a sister out with color. Hey ChatGPT, what paint color would you recommend to help me achieve a similar blue as in these inspiration photos? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with Storm Cloud. It's not too dark, not too light, and still kind of gives that vintage blue. You know, that like light blue that you found in a lot of like boys' rooms growing up back in the day? That's what I'm going for. All right, so let's go ahead and hit up Lowe's and get the supplies that we need. Paint, roller brush, a leveler, and whatever else we might need. Yeah, let's see. Which one? I think I want this color. Go with this paint color, Storm Cloud.
Yeah. Are you doing a whole gallon right now, or?
Yeah.
Are you doing inside or outside?
Inside. What's the best one for like a toddler's bedroom?
So I have really shiny, maybe this one, or if you want the XL, but this would probably be easier to clean.
We found the painter's tape. Now we got to figure out how much distance we want between all the stripes. Like, we want a little distance between the stripes, or do we want big stripes? Oh, Lord. So I think 90% of this stuff has got to go. It's got to go. He never really looks at. We can go. Camping stuff, we can donate that. Or maybe he'll use it one day. Nope, it has to go. We're putting your stuffed animals in here, okay? But only the ones that you want, okay? Do you want the lion? Do you want the lion? Okay. Do you want your cocoa melon, or can we give this one away?
Yeah, put it in the back. Open there.
Okay, I think I made things worse in here, but I promise we're making progress. Good morning, guys. I am in here picking back up from where I left off yesterday. Huh? Are you eating your food? Yes and no? Okay. More yes, less no. Y'all, clearing out this room and throwing away those toys took the all out of me. The all out of me, okay? But now it's clear in here. It's time to get down to business. So what I'm gonna do is just move all the furniture to the center. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm trying to do this before my husband gets back in from out of town. So he can be like, yo, you did all this? Yeah, I did. I got a few hours to get this done. We're gonna see if we can do it. I think it's a bit ambitious of me to think that I can get it all done before he gets home, but I love a good challenge. Here are my tools of the trade. What's this? Oh. Fake money, wish it was real money. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. But we've done enough TikTok scrolling to figure it out. Got some painter's tape for my stripes that I'm doing. Got some protective tarp for the floor, paint set, as well as this, I don't know what it's called, like a spatula, because I'm not going to be taping off like the ceiling to prevent paint leakage. I'm just gonna use this, and I'll show you, to just kind of like hold it to the corner and paint so it doesn't spill out. That didn't make any sense, I know, but I'll show you. Okay, so I also picked up this laser leveler. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure out how to work it. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Y'all may recall seeing this face mask earlier this year around the time of the LA fires. I have asthma, so I can't deal with like really, really strong smells. Boom, boom, once it's time to start painting. All right, I've stalled long enough. It's time to get down and dirty, guys. I may need to switch to my DJI camera. Even though last week I had a lot to say about it. Because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the DJI. I've come to that conclusion. It's about to hit me like, oh, look who it is, huh? Look who it is. Came running back, huh? I need to invest in a wider lens for this camera because the 16mm, as much as I love it, it's not wide enough for some scenarios. Like right now I'm in a narrow room, so it's not getting as much of the scenery as I would like. So that's the only issue. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm about to be here all day. I'm about to be here all day doing these stripes. Oh my gosh. Now I'm wondering if it's even worth it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh gosh. They're all crooked. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my Lord. Oh. How did you mess this up so bad? Oh, my thighs hurt from all this up and down. Okay, you got this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, ooh, Jesus. Oh, almost didn't make it there, girl.
You okay?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm okay. All this up and down on this stool, man. Guys, it's been 5 days. I really underestimated how much time it would take just to tape off the wall. Now I have 3 more walls to go. I have this wall to go, this wall to go. Honestly, I may not even do that wall because she ain't got the strength. She just ain't got it in her. And honestly, I may have to call it here on this video. We didn't even make it to the UGC, I know, but in the interest of getting this video out, y'all, we gotta stop somewhere because this might take me an additional week just to finish taping it off, okay? But good news is we got our paint, which I am just so excited. Can you see that little dollop of blue right there? Isn't that so pretty? Such a beautiful shade of blue. I cannot wait. So yeah, this is where I'll leave you guys. This is gonna be a 2-part video. Next week we'll pick back up with me finishing off this room, finishing up the taping, getting the paint up, and we'll slide right on into UGC creation. So I mean, this gives you opportunity to ask me any questions that you may have about UGC. If you want to see something explained in the video, go ahead and drop it down in the comments and I will address it in my next video. Now, as a recap, this week we got 2 sales of my ebook. I am making some great progress on decorating my son's room, which is a goal of mine. Honestly, I'm ending this week strong and I feel really good about the next week. Hopefully no more germs. No, please germs, Anya needs a break. She needs a break, okay? Well, that is it for this week. As always, thank you so much for joining me week after week. Thank you for your constant support. Thank you for all those that have purchased. Y'all have no idea how appreciative and thankful I am for you guys. All right, until next week, toodles.